Peter Augustine killed this gentle, innocent man. He attacked Mr. Mackey for a box of cornflakes, a pint of milk, and a Savoy sausage. I have no doubt that if the defendant was genuinely starving and had asked Mr. Mackey for help, this kind, generous gentleman would have shared what he had with him. In those circumstances, I take 15 years as the starting point. However, that is not the end point. John Mackey was particularly and obviously vulnerable because of his age and limited mobility. He was also in the early stages of Alzheimer's disease. I have no doubt that the defendant targeted him specifically because he was frail. It was a cowardly attack. The defendant has shown no remorse. Excessive violence was used against John Mackey. He must have suffered pain and fear during an attack that lasted for several seconds and which was accompanied by loud shouting on the part of the defendant, such as he displayed in court in the course of the trial. The sentence I passed for the murder of John Mackey is one of life imprisonment. The minimum term that he must serve before he will be considered by the parole board will be one of 23 years.
I hope that Augustine's sentencing today is a small reprieve for the family of John, who I know will be remembered as a proud Irishman, an uncle and brother who will be sorely missed. His family have told me that John was funny and charming, a lifelong Arsenal fan who was adored by his family and was loved by his local community. It is a shameful tragedy that John was killed by Augustine for a mere few bits of shopping. He deserved better. Augustine's sentence today is testament to the officers who worked incredibly hard to build the evidence against him, which proved his part in John's death. We are dedicated to tackling violent offenders who carry out horrific acts of violence. We will continue to work tirelessly to ensure that those responsible for these acts are brought to justice. I would like to finish by sending my thoughts to John's family. Justice has been served, and they can now remember John for the loving man that he once was. Thank you.
Today is the end of a journey our family never wanted to take and wouldn't wish on anyone. Our lovely, gentle uncle was taken from us in a brutal act of senseless violence by a man the exact opposite of John Mackey. Dearly loved by his sisters Betty and Ellen, brothers Tommy and Liam, his 22 nieces and nephews in his community, John was a quiet, unassuming and charming man. His loss will always be felt, but his memory will live on in the true Irish tradition of storytelling, and there are still many tales to tell. He will always be remembered with a smile. We would like to reiterate on behalf, as a family, our thanks to the jury, Judge Whitehouse and our legal team led by Jane Bickerstaff KC. And we will always be grateful to the Met Murder Investigation team for their empathy, support and total commitment from day one to get justice for our Uncle John. Thank you.